Hey, it's Ross with CitruScrub Carpet Cleaning here in Indianapolis, Indiana. And today I want to talk to you about pre-spray. See that little guy right there? That's what I use to pre-spray your carpet before I clean it. Now, why is that important? I want you to think about how you wash your clothes. You put them in the washing machine, and then what do you do next? You add detergent. That detergent is really important. Really, water is doing most of the cleaning, but it's the detergent that lets the water do its job. It breaks the tension of the soil and lets the water rinse it all away. And your carpet is no different. It is a textile, just like your clothing. So the main cleaning agent that we use to clean your carpet is water, but by itself, it can't really do a good job. So we have to use one of these bad boys to pre-treat it first. Here's how this thing works. See the black box there in my van with the white face? That is the carpet cleaning machine. It creates pressurized water. The water moves through this blue hose. I plug it into the pre-sprayer, and then the pressurized water moves through this silver thing here. It's called a Dema valve. That Dema valve is really cool because it creates something called the Venturi effect. When pressurized fluid moves through it, it creates suction. So see the pickup tube there that goes down into the pre-spray jug? See that little guy right there? That thing is under suction, and it sucks the concentrate up out of the jug through the Dema valve. The valve automatically mixes it with water, so you end up at the right concentration for carpet cleaning, right out through the handle there. Now, a good carpet cleaner makes sure that the filter on his pre-sprayer is kept clean. That way, good water flow is coming through there. So the Dema valve can do its job. You need good flow through this thing to make sure that it's working right. A good carpet cleaner makes sure the Dema valve is free of obstructions and working properly. He also makes sure the handle works properly, and he makes sure the tip there isn't clogged, so we get nice, even application of pre-spray on the carpet. Now, why is that so important? This little guy here is really cool because since we're using a concentrate that's mixed with water, even though this is about 1.5 gallons, it will spray out about 11 gallons of pre-spray before the jug goes empty. So when this thing is completely full, it weighs about 10 pounds maybe 12. But it's the equivalent to having about 11 gallons of pre-spray, which would be almost 100 pounds. So just carrying around a 10-pound jug is equivalent to carrying around 100 pounds of pre-spray, which is pretty cool. I mean, I'm macho, but I ain't that macho. I'd rather carry 10 pounds all day than 100 pounds, and so would you probably. The reason I want to tell you about this stuff is because this is pretty ubiquitous in the industry. Most guys use a pre-sprayer like this, but most of them are doing it wrong, and I'll tell you why. The first thing they do is nobody wants to stop what they're doing when this jug goes empty and go back out to the van and have to mix up more pre-spray, fill this thing with water, and go back into the job, okay? We're just dying to eat at Qdoba. We want to get the job done so we can just stuff a massive burrito into our face, and we don't want to stop what we're doing to have to mix up more pre-spray. The problem with that is they fill this bad boy all the way up to the top, which is going to get them through several jobs without having to stop pre-spraying, and then each customer is getting the same mixture of pre-spray. There are different elements to the pre-spray that I'm going to tell you about in a second. But if you're just mixing up a generic batch of pre-spray and using it on every job, you can't tailor make the pre-spray to the job. Does that make sense? The other problem is, in these pre-sprays, professional pre-sprays, a lot of times there are enzymes in the pre-spray. There are oxidizers in the pre-spray, and those things only last so long. When you get an enzyme in here or an oxidizer in here and you mix it with hot water and it activates, it's only going to last so long. So after a few hours, it's not full strength anymore. So imagine a carpet cleaner who's lazy, so he fills this jug up all the way, that way he can use it for, I don't know, 1.5 days, 2 days, maybe 3 days with the same pre-spray. The first customer who gets the fresh pre-spray is getting full strength pre-spray, but everybody else after that is getting less powerful, less powerful, less powerful pre-spray. And at a certain point, there are folks who are going to get junk pre-spray where the enzymes and the oxidizers are completely dead, and that's not fair to you. Now, I consider myself at the top end of my profession, just like a professional athlete, just like a professional race car driver. Think about how they operate. A professional athlete, I like the Colts, okay? A Colts player, he's going to have a top-end diet, custom tailored made to him. He's going to have top-end training and practice, custom tailored to him because he's at the top end of his profession. Same thing with a race car driver. He's going to have special tires for different conditions, different fuel mixtures for different conditions, different downforce for different conditions. These guys are dialing everything in for each specific condition that they might face. I too, the old roster, I too am at the top of my profession, which is why I am not going to use a generic mixture on every single job. I want to tailor each and every mixture to the specific job that I'm doing. So if I've cleaned for you before in the past, maybe you've noticed that when I carry my little jug in here, it's not filled up all the way. It's usually filled up right about there where you see it. Because I have walked through your home, I've looked at the carpet, and I've determined exactly what balance I want in the pre-spray so I can treat your carpet properly before I clean it. So right there, it's maybe a little bit less than a third full. Let's say it's a quarter full, but that's going to give me 5 or 8 gallons of pre-spray, and that's enough to do a medium-sized job. So I don't just fill this jug up and then just go cleaning willy-nilly for days on end, because I want you to get full oxy power, full enzyme power. Let me show you how this all works. These are the 3 different elements of my pre-spray. The first element, that's the main part of the pre-spray. The enzymes and detergents are in that. It's all plant-based, it's all completely natural, it's all completely safe. And that'll clean up most stuff. If your carpet already looks really clean, I could just use this here and it's going to work. But maybe you have a pet. Maybe you have kids who drop and spill food. That might not be enough to take care of those spots and stains. So then I'm going to add some Oxy Booster. This stuff here is really cool. It's all natural too. It's not going to hurt anybody. Basically, it's like liquid hydrogen peroxide. Or I'm sorry, powdered hydrogen peroxide instead of liquid. So I'm going to add a little bit of that into your pre-spray. Also, humans, we're pretty gross. We have dead skin cells. We have oils on our skin and feet. Your pets are the same way. They're going to get gross, oily soils that stick in the carpet that your vacuum can't pick up. Ah, that's where this comes in. Look at that. That is liquid gold right there. You know what that is? That is almost pure orange oil. It's about $100 a gallon, but it breaks down oily soils. It's a nice natural solvent that's not going to hurt anybody. But I'm going to add a little bit of that to your pre-spray as well to make sure that those oily soils are broken up so the water can rinse it away. Now, the enzymes in this are going to die after a few hours, after I get it wet and mix it up. The oxy power is going to die after a few hours after I mix it up. The detergents in this are pretty much going to last forever. The solvent power of the orange oil is going to last pretty much forever. But I don't want those enzymes to die. I don't want the oxy power to die because that's not fair for you. So I'm going to look at your job. I'm going to use my formidable supercomputer brain to come up with the exact balance of oxy power, enzymes and detergent, and orange oil to tailor make a pre-spray for your specific job. I'm going to dump it right into this pre-spray jug, right where this big black opening is, right here. I take that cap off. I put the mixture in there. I mix it up specifically for you. And then I come in and pre-spray your carpet. And when I'm done, I'm so smart, it's ridiculous. This thing will almost perfectly be empty because after 20 years of experience, I know exactly how much to mix in there to use just enough for your job so I don't have any waste. But also, I'm not going to go to the next customer's house and give them old pre-spray that's not nice and fresh. Guys, I'm sick of talking about myself. I want to talk about you now. I want to come clean your carpet. I want to get it fixed up. I want to make it look perfect. That's how you get a hold of me, right there. Call or text anytime, and I'm going to take care of you. And you know, you're going to get the freshest, best pre-spray available.